few days ago, my manager called me and said George Clooney and Julia Roberts wanted me to help out the president and speak here tonight. And I said, I am in. When and where?
Oh, great. Just what we need. More celebrity opinions about politics.
And then they said, Jack, we know how busy you are. You don't have time.
Wait, this is supposed to be a comedy bit.
Look at all the other events that are happening tonight that you already turned down. MC at the Fliegelman Bat Mitzvah. The opening of the new Jack in the Box in Oxnard. Judge at the second annual Imperial Valley Avocado Festival. You don't see that on Meryl Streep's resume. I said, I know I turned them down, but my president needs me. Thank you.
Thank you for laughing. It wasn't easy.
You don't see that on Meryl Streep's resume. Thank you. And then they hit me with the big one. They said, Jack, you can't go. You have nothing to wear. Your good suit is in the cleaners. Well, were they wrong? Because I had this to wear. My kick-ass American flag overalls. My kick-ass American flag overalls. And that shut him up. There wasn't much they could say after that.
I'm wearing funny overalls.
Overalls.
That's it. That's the joke.
Overalls. And when the president wins in November... Yeah! I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get a sweet shout out in his victory speech for what I gave up to be here.
Literally about 11 people half-arsedly laughed.
Thank you. Because when democracy is at stake, Jack Black answers the call. Mr. President, you're welcome.
All right, who's got the clip?
As a celebrity, I know all about stuff, like science and politics. So trust me when I tell you who you should vote for. If you don't vote the right way, that's like a hate crime, and it makes me sad and angry, and I'll leave the country. And you don't want that.
This is the same guy who not so long ago won a Comedic Genius Award.
Overalls.
Genius.
Thank you.
Yeah, when Robert De Niro having a hissy fit over Trump is infinitely funnier than your best material. Probably time to get some new material.
Your good suit is in the cleaners.
Yeah, that's not funny.
But Jack Black's no stranger to doling out dodgy endorsements. Same guy who desperately tries to keep down with the kids by appearing in video game franchises. I'm a cool, edgy celebrity. I enthusiastically endorse Big Pharma product and borderline senile regime frontman in front of Hollywood elitists at $30 million fundraiser. I'm a cool, edgy celebrity.
Thank you.
The funniest part of this whole event was the obscene amount of money the idiots paid to get in.
The cheapest ticket? $250. The most expensive? $500,000.
Now let's talk about AC/DC. No, not that one. I'm talking about power inverters. Every electrical system in the world needs one. And every time AC is converted to DC or vice versa, there's a loss of energy, as well as electromagnetic interference that creates heat and disturbs the immediate environment, which of course causes big problems for surrounding components if they're not properly protected. This all costs money. This is why for decades now, scientists and engineers have been trying to create a converter that lowers the amount of energy lost in the inversion. EV companies tried to do it, electric component companies tried to do it. They all tried, and they've all failed until now. One company has finally achieved what everyone feared was impossible. Hillcrest Energy Technologies. For the last 3 years, thanks to the efforts of software geniuses working with hardware geniuses, Hillcrest has cracked the code, producing a first-of-its-kind revolutionary inverter with a 99.7% efficiency, meaning the loss of energy in the inversion process is virtually zero, as well as eliminating electromagnetic interference almost entirely. That's absolutely huge. And get this, they made the breakthrough only a matter of weeks ago, meaning it's still largely under the radar. In fact, Hillcrest's low market cap of around $20 million is based on the amount of money it took to create the ZVS inverter. But that market cap's gonna go north very soon. Why? One, because their proprietary blend of software and hardware is basically impossible to reverse engineer if any other company attempted to do so, as the technology is completely protected by patents in an IP portfolio 100% owned by Hillcrest. Two, the sheer scale of potential savings on offer for manufacturers using this first of its kind ZVS inverter. We're talking $2,200 saved per per EV manufactured. Think about that for a second. Companies that produce 50 to 100,000 vehicles a year would save around $250 million annually thanks to this technology. Because crucially, the ZVS inverter is the same size and the same price as traditional inverters. Thanks to the amount of energy saved in the inversion, solar power farms would also increase their revenues by a whopping $13 million over the lifetime of the solar farm, making it a complete no-brainer to switch over to the ZVS inverter for immediate and massive savings.
We're the first to market with a revolutionary inverter technology platform, and it is revolutionary.
The global inverter market is set to accelerate to $117 billion by 2029, with a raft of core technical experts and top advisors on board. And with this revolutionary technology being brand new and still largely under the radar, it's never been a better time to check out the exciting early investor opportunities available with Hillcrest Energy Technologies via the link down below. We've entered celebrity endorsement season for the Democrats, but Biden's roster of famous advocates is the most depressing list since Schindler's. Really, this is the best they could dredge up. Some guy who was funny for about 5 minutes in the early 2000s, then spent much of the rest of his career being the voice of a cartoon panda. George Clooney, a man now so irrelevant, most Zoomers probably know nothing of him beyond being a trumped-up coffee salesman.
Jack Clooney?
When he's not shilling for Big Pharma too.
I support mandatory vaccines, period. I think every company should do it.
Julia Roberts, whose career peaked, checks notes, 24 years ago. The woman who more recently starred with Clooney in probably the worst rom-com ever made. Barbara Streisand, she's even older than Biden himself. I mean, to be fair, they did raise a ton of boomer bucks for Biden's campaign. But is washed up has-been celebrity endorsements really how they think they're going to recapture the Gen Z vote? Meanwhile, people who were relevant more recently than a quarter of a century ago and endorsed Biden in 2020 like Cardi B and The Rock are busy abandoning ship.
That's right. You endorsed Kamala Harris and Joe Biden.
Am I going to do that again this year? That answer's no. What that caused back then was something that tears me up in my guts.
When democracy is at stake, Jack Black answers the call. Clooney warned that there's nothing riding on it, the election, except, you know, democracy. Roberts also sounded an ominous note. Just the future, our children's future, our grandchildren's future. That's all that's at stake right now, just that. Is it possible for him to sound any more sardonically condescending?
As a celebrity, I know all about stuff, so trust me when I tell you who you should vote for.
Streisand reportedly also spoke about democracy, warning that democracy is under assault. Democracy is under assault. Unless you vote for a president who weaponizes the justice system to lock up his Democratic opponent, democracy saved.
You're welcome.
But not everyone thought the show sucked. In fact, Joe Biden enjoyed it so much he didn't want to leave. He really didn't want to leave. This way, Joe. Yep. Yep, stay with me, I've got you. Yep. Don't wander off somewhere random like you normally do. While Biden schmoozed with washed up but mega rich celebrities, Trump literally went to the hood.
President Obama never came to the hood, so to speak, right? President Joe Biden, he went to the big NAACP dinner, but he never came to the hood. So thank you.
Appearing in front of an audience packed with Zoomer voters who probably barely even know who George Clooney and Julia Roberts are. Still, at least they've got Jack Black.
Your good suit is in the cleaners!
If you value what I do and you want to help support me, please visit pauljosephwatson.locals.com and either pledge a one-time donation or subscribe to join my community, get early access videos, and message me directly. And exclusive live streams coming soon too. Promise. Check out the Locals link down in the description. And don't forget to take a look at the brand new website, modernity.news. That's where you'll find all my content, including exclusive articles. That's modernity.news.